Hey everybody, Rick here. This week by myself, no Nikki. We'll talk about that later on in this video, but first, here is your weekly theme park roundup. A new attraction is coming to SeaWorld Orlando, and they just dropped some hints that it could be another roller coaster. The most recent hint came last week on Twitter when SeaWorld posted a photo of roller coaster tracks behind a pair of palm trees. The post did not acknowledge the tracks, but said, "Some beautiful palm trees right there." SeaWorld continues to shift away from animal performance-based attractions to more traditional theme park attractions. Disney World has released the play track for the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster over at Epcot. The new indoor roller coaster is set to open on May 27th. The playlist started with a list of 100 potential songs and was whittled down to 6. And here are the 6 songs: September, Disco Inferno, Conga, Everyone Wants to Rule the World, Iran, and One Way or Another. Riders will not know the song they're going to hear on the onboard sound system until they blast off. Also at Epcot, the Connections Cafe and Eatery will officially open on April 27th. The dining location will feature a cafe with pastries as well as a restaurant with quick service lunch and dinner. The restaurant's design will also feature tributes to the original plans for Epcot. Before we get on to more news, I would like to announce that the second book in the Rick's Flicks short story series is now available on Amazon for purchase for like a digital download or a paperback. If you buy the paperback and you see me in the parks, I will sign that for you. But that second book is now available. Just check the description box of this video for a link to it. And now back to the news, with Disney World changing its face mask policy once again, and hopefully for the last time. Face coverings are no longer required for Disney World guests, regardless of where they are or what they may be riding. While face masks are now optional, Disney World officials continue to recommend that unvaccinated guests wear them in certain situations. And you know what? I think this may be the very last face covering story that I ever have to cover. Wouldn't it be great to help design a theme park? A theme park design company is opening an Orlando office and is looking to hire 20 to 30 people. PGAV Destinations, a theme park attractions designer that has worked with Universal and SeaWorld, announced on Tuesday it plans to open a studio in Orlando by late summer. PGAV Destinations did not receive any government incentives to open its Orlando office. A spokesperson for the company said Orlando's reputation as a critical hub for theme park design and development prompted PGAV to expand here. Pretty logical thinking, wouldn't you say so? Universal's Mardi Gras is ending this Sunday, April 24th, most likely the day you're first watching this, which means the Mardi Gras tribute store is going to be closing as well. Does that mean we have to wait until Halloween Horror Nights for the next tribute store? I say no. Rumor alert, rumor alert, rumor alert. I know I am not as good as Nikki, but rumor alert. I'm saying get ready for a summer tribute store, one that can maybe feature iconic past attractions such as Jaws, Twister, Back to the Future. This is not officially confirmed by Universal. It's just what I'm thinking. Let's stay tuned and see if I'm right. Time for You Be Trippin' with Rick's Road Trips. But what is Rick's Road Trips? That is my second channel, sort of a Florida adventure channel. It's all the fun stuff you can do in Florida outside of the theme parks. There is a link to it in the description box. Go check out that channel, go watch some videos, and click that subscribe button. Now, I haven't done a video there in a couple weeks. I had a lot of stuff going on. And one thing also that prevented me was I'm waiting for this particular spring to open up, and it has reopened. It has been closed because of the manatees, so they were not allowing people to like snorkel or swim or Tube. So that has reopened to the public, and I'm going there soon. Before we move on to the shoutouts and the questions and answers, you may notice Nikki's not here with me, as I said at the beginning of the video. Unfortunately, her mother just passed away. A lot of you know her mother had been battling several illnesses, and we just lost her mother just a day or two ago. So Nikki's going to take some time off, and she'll come back when she's ready, hopefully within a week or two. So I know some of you are aware of this already and have been messaging Nikki and sending her some condolences and your thoughts and prayers and everything. And I just want you to know that Nikki and I, we do appreciate that very much. So thank you all for that. And we're going to give her some time, and she will come back to the channel when she's ready. So I'm going to do the shout outs of the new Flicksters this week. We have Billy Burton as an executive producer, Teresa Mason as a producer, Melissa Gallant as a new producer, and then finally, as new supporters, Stacy and David. Thank you guys so much for joining the team. And now on to questions and answers. I have to do double duty this week. I have to read the question and try to answer it. So, good luck to me. First up, we have Raymond. I was wondering if all the butterbeers are carbonated. I heard the regular one is carbonated, but I cannot find information about the frozen and the hot one. Yes, Raymond, the regular one is a carbonated drink. The frozen one, kind of like an icy or a slushy, kind of got that type of consistency. And then the hot one, which is dairy-based, is kind of like, it's like a hot chocolate, but instead of a chocolate flavor, it is a butterbeer flavor. So, and here's the next question, and my apologies, I forgot to include the person's name who is asking this question. But the question is, my little brother and sister and I love watching all of your videos and want to meet you. Can you make a video to surprise them? I used to do those, but I got really, really busy, so I have turned that feature off. What happened was when I first started, I would try to get those done. Once I received a request for or a commission to make a video, I would say, okay, give me 3 days to do it. And then it was like, give me 1 week to do it. And then it was like, give me 2 weeks to do it. And I'm doing so many videos now, I find it really hard to work in time to do those cameo type videos. So I'm not doing those anymore, but never say never. I may turn that feature back on when I feel like I have better time management. Question number 3 is from Melissa. How is it to visit Universal Parks in June? We're going to the meetup in November, but planned on going when school gets out for summer. But between the crowd calendar and the weather, it doesn't seem like a great time to visit. Well, it's Florida. Yeah, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot in June. It will be crowded because a lot of people get out of school. So it all depends on how badly you want to come. You have the one thing booked for November or an Orlando Informer meetup. That's great. Now, they do have an Orlando Informer meetup in June, early June, but I think they're down just to selling Friday nights. So I say it's a good time to visit Universal anytime. Just be prepared for summer to have larger crowds, it'd be hotter, and maybe an afternoon rainstorm. If you think you can handle that, come on down in June. Otherwise, if you think you can handle waiting to November, well, you can do that as well. And then next up we have Troy says, which of the Universal parks is your favorite and why? So between the two parks, there's Islands of Adventure, and then there's Universal Studios Florida. I'm going to say for rides, Islands of Adventure is my favorite park. Definitely like Islands of Adventure for the rides more than Studios. But when it comes to just walking around and kind of just enjoying a theme park and the atmosphere, I'm going to say Studios because I just like the way I get to move through the different cities, the look changes that we have in that park. And I do enjoy the shows, the street shows, the street entertainment, and kind of the street like meet and greets. I prefer that at Studios. You got the Blues Brothers, you've got Marilyn singing, you've got the Beat Builders, and then all the characters that you can meet as you're just walking down Hollywood Boulevard. So there's my answer. My favorite for rides, Islands. My favorite for walking around, Studios. Question number 5 from John says, hi, Rick. Quick question. Can you use your Coke refillable cups at Universal restaurants? Yes and no. You cannot use them at sit-down, full-service table restaurants. So that would be Finnegan's, Lombard's, Confisco's, and Mythos. You can't take it in there and get a free refill that way. However, you can use them at the quick service restaurants that has the refill stations. And most of them do, like Richter's Burgers, Mel's Drive-In, Louis Pizza. So if it's a quick service spot that has the freestyle machines, yes. No to a full service table service restaurant. And then the last question is from Steve. And it's a question I get from time to time, and I never include it, but I'm going to include it this week, but mainly because I'm going to need help from you guys watching. Steve asks, what are some romantic couple things and activities at Universal? So I do not have a good answer for this. I do not consider Universal or theme parks in general to be like a romantic place. I know from time to time people will get like engaged at like near like Hogwarts Castle, but you know, other than maybe if you go to one of the nice restaurants for dinner, I can't say anything is romantic at Universal. But you know, maybe you guys know there's no Tunnel of Love ride. Okay, let's put it that way. But maybe you guys know better. So if you want to help Steve out and let us know of some romantic couple things and activities at Universal, Steve would appreciate it. And, you know, I'd probably appreciate it too. Maybe I can try some of that with Nikki. Who knows? But, yeah, please help me out with that. And with question number 6, sort of answered. That's going to do it for questions and answers this week and for the whole video this week. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, don't miss the magic. Don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rick's Flicks. And now, click that subscribe button.